A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In today's channeling session, I would be talking about another beautiful realization that the Divine Masculine has, which is obviously the result of opposite polarity, which happened somewhere in the timeline of the Divine Feminine. And he learns that nature is the biggest government and the biggest law, and not ego, not identity, not human beings. There is a big power that runs the planet Earth, that runs the whole existence. Everything is run by that supreme power. And it is because of the Divine Feminine he actually reaches this realization. So let's get started. But before we get started, I would like to tell you that for personal readings, guidance on dream interpretation, counseling and therapies, please go through the description box first. And once you are sure, then please write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. Also, when it comes to Twinflame intuitive readings, I prefer not knowing anything about your journey. But in case of therapies, you have to share your personal Twinflame experience as we progress during the sessions. So, what happened with him was, with the Divine Masculine, now this can be in any body. A woman can be Divine Masculine and a man can be Divine Feminine. But I have to say he or she, so please understand accordingly. Alright? So he feels that, all the control is under him. Okay? Now, when he meets the feminine, he realizes that feminine is a different kind of a person. She is not like all the other girls he has communicated with, talked with. He sees that there is a different light about her. There is a different charm about her, and there is a different quality about her. And in many ways, she makes him feel that she's close to nature. She's close to the environment. She cares for the environment. But he was not like that. He was never like that earlier, before meeting her. Though he was very attracted, a lot of Divine Masculines are very attracted towards healthy lifestyle because they're also very bodily oriented. They want to look fit, they want to look good, they want to be attractive. So they think that working on their outwardly appearance, taking care of diet, taking care of food is an important aspect. Which is true also in many ways. Even in meditation techniques, we say that first you need to learn how to control your body. If you cannot form a disciplined routine, a disciplined lifestyle, you don't do any exercises, you don't eat healthy, you can't really be successful, right? You can't be fit. And fitness is very much important. But that is 50%. The rest 50%, which is very important, is the mind. Controlling the perceptions, the five senses is controlled by your mind. If you cannot control your mind, even all the work you do on your body will only stay till the body. Body is something that we need to go beyond. When we go beyond the body, when we are focused in the mind, like when we know how to do focused attention, then mind is just a tool. Even mind is not that important for us in this journey, for Twin Flamers. What is most important is the soul. That's why with the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, they feel a soul connection. The kind of connection they have not felt so deeply with another person, any other romantic union or connection or karmic or false twin or whatever, or toxic relationships. They do feel very deeply for each other. And they realize that more and more they realize this during separation phases. When they get into separation, they feel that I am not even with this person. Then why am I thinking about this person so fondly? In some cases, they think about each other in a lot of anger. But they are thinking about each other. Sometimes they are frustrated with each other. Pissed off with each other. Why did she do this to me? Why did he do this to me? It goes on for a long time as well, and which is a very important part of this journey, by the way. If you don't, especially for feminines, she doesn't get angry about the whole thing. She's not going to change it. She's not going to get up and work on it. But from his perspective, he was always thinking that I control everything. If I don't want to see this woman, I don't want to be with her, I hate her or whatever, she's crazy, she's weird. First, he sees all her things as great qualities. She's different, she's unique, she's very close to nature. And later on, when he gets triggered by her, he starts getting triggered by her, then the same things, they start looking weird to him. What is this? She wears strange clothes, she puts on strange makeup, or, she lives a very strange lifestyle. She talks about all these being natural, being this, being that. Don't understand it. He doesn't even understand what work she does, what's her business. Especially if someone's partner is a healer or she's working in some department which he cannot relate with because he's very connected to the materialistic lifestyle. Maybe she's a painter, maybe she's an artist, and she's not even like a famous artist. But how does she manage to sell her art? Who is buying her art? Who are the buyers? Who buys these kind of things? Or she's into some beauty thing, but he feels that it's not the typical beauty thing that others are doing. It's not like she's making makeup tutorials or something. Don't know what she does. Till that time, because he is very egocentric. He's in a very egotistical zone. So he cannot see anything beyond him. Anything that supports his ego, if he finds the karmic, why he gets into the karmic situation, that zone? Because karmic is always pumping his ego. She's always giving him compliments. Oh, my handsome lover. Oh, my handsome boyfriend. Oh, my handsome this. Oh, you're so intelligent. Oh, you're so smart. And the feminine tells him, you are such a fool. What is wrong with you? What the hell are you doing? And after she says all this, he's like, she's hurting him so much. All those places. Maybe she calls him an ogre. Maybe she calls him a monkey. I don't know what. Then they fight, they say so many things to each other. So especially when they fight, he takes everything very personally. He doesn't like the way she calls him all these names or shows him the mirror. As much as she loves him, as much as she cares for him, as much as she is attracted to him, but she also is very vocal about the flaws. She is very straightforward. She cannot lie. Divine feminines cannot lie. They don't know the art of diplomacy. They don't know the art of being sugar-coated. They will just say everything as it is. But then, that type of woman cannot live with a weak man, an egotistical man. So even he is not ready for her. Please understand that. If he gets so personal about everything, he takes everything to his heart, he cannot handle a joke, he has no sense of humor. Simple fights can make him so mad. Sorry to say, but he is not ready for the feminine. But the feminine does not realize it at that time. She has the fear of getting neglected, fear of getting ignored, and fear of getting abandoned. She has been abandoned so many times, and eventually in separation, she is the one who abandons all those people who had abandoned her. That's when she starts winning. That's when she starts getting success in this journey. If you have still not reached that place of complete independence, total independence, mental, emotional, physical, financial, you will be doing all the inner work. You will have to do the inner work. So then he will be ready for the feminine. So now in this channeling session also, what is happening is that he is learning it all. He is realizing. He is suddenly realizing that when it comes to her, something is happening or something happens that he cannot take her out of his thoughts, his mind. What is it about her nature? He wants to study nature, human nature. He wants to study the environmental nature around him because of her. Because she keeps talking about those things. Even when he stalks her, he sees all of these kind of information being shared or these type of talks. And maybe someone loves to recycle things. So she'll take an old chair and turn it into new. Or she'll talk about how to not use certain type of products that are not good for the environment. or how to care for other beings. And these are the things that he has not heard anyone or seen people practice it so diligently, because he comes from a very materialistic background. His upbringing is full of materialism. So if somebody is so materialistic and you come across a person who's very spiritual, there will be a clash. Now, where is he spiritual? He is also spiritual. It cannot be possible that divine masculine is totally materialistic, but he is spiritual in some other areas which he still has to develop. 50% work he has already done, he had done when they both met each other, and then 50% work happens during other stages. Finally they reach to a place where they have done all of this work, and then they can be together. First they will be in a 5D union. 5D union is a very beautiful phase, and some people stay limited to the 5D union also. In the materialistic world, because in the 5D union there's a lot of harmony, there's a lot of unconditional love, so they feel very good about each other. And this also changes the materialistic reality. Because till the time you don't feel good about each other, it's impossible for you to manifest something, So he's feeling very good about her. He feels that, she's so harmonious. She's balanced. Earlier, he didn't feel like that for her, because even she had to do work. She had so many wounds. She was getting triggered. One of the biggest problem with the divine feminine which she needs to work, is fear-based energies. She feels that the fear-based energies have more power over her. So when she starts working about this thing, then she becomes more vocal. She can express, easily she can talk, and she has no guilt, no shame. That energy of guilt and shame will also go away. Till the time she has the guilt and shame energy, her actual nature can never be exposed to him. Right? And she has guilt and shame, those energies, since childhood, because the inner child got wounded. So thanks to her, he feels that now he is starting to think about what thoughts can do, what mind can do, unhealthy mind, what all it can do. So as much as it's important to have a disciplined lifestyle, a healthy and fit lifestyle, it's also equally important to have a healthy mind. Without having the healthy mind, you cannot feel happy. You cannot experience any good thing. Forget about, trying to do this or trying to do that. You cannot even experience. How will you experience when you are not feeling good? You could be working out in the gym for 6 hours, 7 hours maybe, or you could be able to break things or do this or do that. But people who have mental power, they can do anything without doing much also. People who have yogic energies, people who, transform themselves, people who are able to transform themselves into a better version, they are much more happy and they have more control over things. So he feels some kind of power in her. He sees that power in her. He sees there is something, some fire that burns inside of her, which he doesn't understand, but he's trying to understand. And then this trying to understand is leading him to see his own nature very carefully. What are the flaws? What are the good things? What is real? What is fake? What is true love? What is not true love? And then he understands all of those things that he found weird about her are not so weird actually. They are more practical, they are more pragmatic, they are more healthy. He feels all of that. So there is a certain level of respect that he has started to generate for her, towards her. And secretly he is also trying to follow that type of lifestyle. He is arguing about it, he is discussing about it. He feels like he used to feel, say for example, some of your divine masculine is big time into fitness, okay? Or if not fitness, then he is big time into some business or some materialistic possession. Your body and materialistic possession are very much similar. So say he is doing some kind of work or he is doing some work on his body and this and that. And he is very unhappy. So he sees that there is no result. There is no result, or he is not motivated to do so. He has lack of energy. He's getting tired very soon. He's angry very soon. He's agitated very soon. So he thinks about her. He thinks about her. Maybe he checks her work out, or he goes through her, because still he is not in that stage where he can just pick up the phone and talk to her. He wants to be in that stage. He wants to develop that much courage and that much power and energy within him. But he feels inadequate yet. Feels that if I call her, there would be unnecessary confrontation, unnecessary fight, a war will happen and this and that. And then it would get worse. At least right now I am happy about her. I don't want to change my mind space. So he is checking out information that she has probably shared, maybe on social media. If she's not a very social media friendly type of person, then maybe he goes through old messages or some old conversations. If he doesn't have that also, if he's deleted everything, then he just uses his memory to remember what she used to say or how she used to live. Any which way, he is going to visit her thoughts and visit her space to find out about nature. With that nature, it's connected his nature, and with his nature, it's connected to letting go or shedding go. Sorry, shedding go and letting go. I mixed it. Shedding off and letting go the ego. The ego, which was also a very big block in their union. Right? And this ego will also decrease and diminish when she comes in her true form, when she comes in her Shakti form, when she's no longer scared of who she is. She's fearless. She doesn't care. And the more fearless you become, any which way, half of the things will not be able to touch you, because you're not going to give any reaction to them. They would not have any power in front of you, so what can they do? Earlier, the same people were troubling you, torturing you, humiliating you, publicly or personally, or making you feel like a totally worthless loser. A person who has no worth. He's not worthy of love, or she's not worthy of love. They would make you feel like that. But now they don't have any power because she's fearless. She has no remorse, or she doesn't have any... Why should she have any guilt, she feels? Why should I be shameful for being who I am? What have I done? I'm just being natural. I'm just being real. Even with Divine Masculine, she feels this way, by the way. When that anger stage comes and goes, she feels that, why should I feel ashamed of who I am? Why did he make me feel like I don't deserve him? I don't deserve his love, or someone else is more deserving. To hell with him. I don't need him. I don't need him to be happy. I don't need him to feel worthy of love. You know, I am loved by so many people. There are so many people who love me, so many people who care for me, so many people who respect me. If he wants to be with me, he better learn how to feel that way. You know, in the story of Ram and Sita, Ram always feels like he has to be worthy of Sita. If he doesn't think like Ram, if he doesn't be like Ram, if he doesn't act like Ram, if he's not pure enough, then he will never be worthy of Sita. That's the amount of respect he has for Sita. So he goes through immense pain when he has to give up on Sita, because in her eyes, Sita is a goddess. She's an ascended master. For the public, being a king, he suffers a lot in their relationship, because he's a king. He even says that I wish I was not a king. I wish I didn't have these duties. He cannot even run away from the duties, because that's his mission on earth. But that kingly duties, or his throne, his crown, gave him all that pain, and he took that pain. But in his heart, he had deep love for Sita, and he has so much respect for her. Even the fact that they were married, though they were in separation. So Ram and Sita basically are an example of a husband-wife couple who went into separation, who also have children, who also had children. And a lot of you don't know this, but they also got their union. Their union happened in Vaikuntha, when both Sita and Ram grew or went beyond the limitations of body. First it was Sita who got totally ascended, and then she said, okay, I am going from here. And at that time, Ram did not have complete memory of his real self. Like in the twin flame journey also, why do we tell you to practice focused attention? So that you can regain your memory of previous lifetimes. And you can know your real self well. Even if you know this much, that you are a soul, And as a soul, you are unlimited. You have unlimited potential. And you are always connected to source, because soul is made from the speck of light, the same speck of light that source is made from. So when you know that you are the source, you are a part of the source, you will no longer feel the need of, begging for attention or being totally concerned or, always troubled about the materialistic things. You will be like, yeah, this is temporary any which way. This will come and this will go. It's like a flux. So she will learn about her nature. When she learns about her nature, her true nature, the soul's nature, there will be a transformation in the divine masculine. Because he will start to study his nature, his characteristics, his qualities. He will make the comparison. And he will compare her with others. He will see that she's very pure. She's very real. There is no flaw, there is no pretense in her. So whatever she said to me, she just said it. She never meant to hurt me, or she never meant to reject me or leave me alone after that. His fear was also fear of rejection, fear of failure in a relationship. Slowly and gradually he learns in the separation that how can we get separated? How can we ever get separated when we are one? Then we are the same. It's not possible to be separated from this person. The love I feel for her, even in separation, even when I have not talked to her for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, the amount of love I feel for her is beautiful. So he thinks like that. So this is where I'm going to close this channeling. One love and peace out.